Hi, welcome back to the channel. It is week 19, back from Wine and Dine and sitting in front of the hospital.
You're going in! 3, 2, 1, go!
So the majority of this video will be my 20-mile run. Hey, super excited that my training week actually falls in line with Galloway's training week this week. So I know many of you will be doing 20 miles along with me. So during that 20-mile run, I'll talk about Wine and Dine, thoughts, some clips and things from the after party that I took. But right now we need to get in here and get this MRI done. They said that maybe I might hear something today. I highly doubt that, but I'm hoping to at least by the end of the week, maybe hear something about what the results are. But let's get this done first. Happy Saturday. It's dark outside. So as you saw in the last little clip thing, no tear. So yay for that. What I have is diffuse patellar tendinosis, which based on quick Googling, the difference between tendinitis and tendinosis is that tendinitis is inflammation of the tendon. Tendinosis is degeneration of the tendon, which in tendinosis there's not usually inflammation involved, which in my mind tells me that's why the anti-inflammatory that I'm on for my foot hasn't done a thing for my knee. My friend, my running buddy Emily, said that's a fancy way of saying you're just getting older. So the doctor is ordering some physical therapy. They haven't called me yet to make an appointment, so I don't know when exactly that's going to start. But they did say that wearing a patellar strap might help, so I'm going to do the cheap version of that, which is using pre-wrap on today's 20-mile run and see how that goes. So we're out here waiting for Emily. And I'm tired. Definitely, just trying to think about running each mile at a time and not all 20 all at once, because I want to go back and snuggle in my warm bed. So, all right. I've just been told 20 miles sounds awful. I agree, it does. We're almost 4.5 in now. So I was gonna talk a whole bunch during this run about Wine and Dine, but I just don't feel like talking. I just want to get the run done. But I'll insert some clips here, some video I took. We had a good time. Yeah, we had a good time. We were able to get quite a few rides in before park closed and party started, and I got to ride Guardians, so that was a win. So enjoy these clips while we get some more miles in.
Well, hold on, I'm gonna...
Maize, sorghum, and millet, plus rice, account for nearly 2/3 of our global food consumption.
All right, hopefully that's focused. 20 miles. 11:19, which I'm very fatigued. So I'm hoping that if I hadn't, just come back from wine and dine and all that jazz, that would be a little bit better. But that's still, I think still on pace for my goal, I think. So I feel like I walked a lot today. Oh gosh, that was miserable. My friends were miserable too, and they tapped out at 15. But it's done, it's behind us. One more simulation to go before St. Jude weekend. So, but this time I'm gonna give my legs the recovery they need. Learn from me, don't do what I did. Do simulation, and then wine and dine, and then another simulation. Training plan is written with break weeks for a reason. Don't do it. Well, we're more than 24 hours out from that 20-mile run, and I actually feel really, really good. So even though I felt so fatigued, I am pleased with how my body has recovered from it. And it gives me confidence in we got, I guess, basically 2 more longer efforts before marathon weekend. For me, it's gonna be 23 miles in 2 weeks, and then another 2 weeks after that is the St. Jude Marathon. So I'm confident. I know that I can finish. I know that I can finish St. Jude. I know that I can finish Dopey. And I really still think I might be able to get a sub 5 hour at marathon weekend, pending any other injuries going back to hurting again. I was very pleased that the strap worked on my knee. My foot hasn't been bothering me. Let's just stay this way. As far as wine and dine weekend, it was fun. I've told a couple of people, I don't know if the whole half marathon after party thing is completely up my alley. I was so wiped. And you do the math. Even if you take a 1 to 2 hour nap that Sunday, you're still up for over 20 hours from race morning into after party if you stay the whole time. So I'm not discounting wine and dine. I'm sure I'll do another weekend. Definitely going to try to get more of a nap in than I did. I got about an hour nap between race and after party, so but it's a lot for sure. I slept at least half the time on the drive home the next day. I felt kind of bad. My husband had no one to talk to because I was just out in the passenger seat. I love how much time you get in Epcot while it's dark. I'm thinking that even during marathon weekend, I think we just, and I think they may have changed it for this next marathon course, but when I was there before, I don't think we really ran through Epcot like they're planning on doing, and like what they did at Wine and Dine, where we run through World Showcase like close to the beginning there. And I mean, Spaceship Earth is beautiful, all lit up. So that part, absolutely loved. Definitely would recommend trying out Wine and Dine, see if that whole up for almost 24 hours is your jam. I might be getting a tad too old for that. But coffee always helps, and a good nap. Okay, so we skipped our chapter last week because I was showing a lot of Expo and 5K stuff. So for week 19, we're on chapter 18 in the book, Run the Mile You're In, and it's called Declaration. And he talks about how important, our words are, basically, and how he would use declaring goals just to solidify them in his mind and be like, this is something achievable. And the example that he uses is when he really wanted to run a 2-hour 4-minute marathon, which I'm talking about running a sub 5 and how hard that might be. But anyway, he's a pro. So he says in here that, we have power in our words. He was inspired by passages such as James 3:5. So also the tongue is a small part of the body, and yet it boasts of great things. See how great a forest is set aflame by such a small fire. If I am made in God's image and likeness, having his powerful spirit inside me, so too am I able to speak with declarations and create life in any hopeless situation. And I liked not only, making this declaration something to build ourselves up, but I always love to try to find ways to build other people up with words. And I think that's one of the reasons why I love the running community and love the Run Disney community. Like getting to cheer for the 5K last week at Wine and Dine. You know, for a good majority of those people, it was their first race, first 5K. Oh, and the other thing I absolutely loved about the 5K that I told my sister later, because I kind of got to see it in Disneyland. That was my other 5K that I was present for, but this one I really got to, really got to see all the runners there at the finish. But because it's a 5K, a lot of kids participate. And just to see them enjoying themselves, and a lot of those kids, it's obviously their first 5K and they're super excited about it. So, I mean, cheering is just as much fun, if not more fun, than actually participating. And watching people achieve their goals is so much fun. Definitely encourage cheering at races if you can. And so back to, what we're declaring about ourselves. He gives an example that one of his pastors taught him, that instead of saying, I'm not good at whatever, you can say, I'm currently struggling with whatever, knowing that you can have improvement in that area. And his whole last little paragraph here was so good, so I'm just going to read the whole thing. The words we say are powerful, so find ways to declare positive things over yourself and others every day. Perhaps the most powerful times we can make these declarations are in moments of weakness. Someone ought to put up a giant sign at the 20-mile mark, the point in the race traditionally known as the wall, yes, amen to that, of every marathon that declares, let the weak say I am strong. I can just imagine watching runners run through their wall as they declare over and over, I am strong. But let us not just declare in our weakness, let us also declare the deepest dreams in our hearts and speak life into every area that seems hopeless. Now, I definitely wouldn't say I had felt hopeless in the past month or so, but I was definitely feeling discouraged when the foot thing happened, and then when the knee thing happened, and figuring out what to do about these situations. But knowing that, whatever God wanted me to do with this goal that I've set for myself, of running again at St. Jude, and what a great experience that was and a great cause it is, and then getting to experience pretty much a week of Run Disney for Marathon weekend, and seeing other people that are reaching for the same goal as I am for Dopey. What's going to happen is going to happen, and I'm encouraged that I've just taken it one day at a time, worked on recovery, and listened to my body, which, like I mentioned at the end of my 20-mile run, I should have thought ahead and not done Wine and Dine in the middle of 2 simulation weekends. I should have rewritten that part of the schedule ahead of time. So don't do that. Yeah, because it's very, very tiring. Give yourself a week recovery between longer efforts, but not getting caught up and thinking the worst has definitely been good for me. And now we're at a point where I feel confident that I can get through the rest of this and get through St. Jude, can get to Dopey and just have the best time with everybody. So take that as encouragement. Take it one day at a time. We are in the home stretch now. I know that I'm going to be reaching that 26 miles in the Jeff Galloway plan a few weeks earlier than everybody else, since that's when St. Jude happens. But we are all in this home stretch. And listen to your body. If you need to push off a long distance for 1 week because your body needs an extra week to recover, do it. Because this is not the time to be over training. You don't want your body to go ahead and poop out now. That would be bad. So, but I hope everyone is well. And I don't know if you can tell, you probably can in the back here, but almost all of our leaves have fallen, and the weather this week is perfect for running. So I'm taking a couple of days off after the 20 miles. I'm going to jump back in on Tuesday and do running efforts Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday for this recovery week, and just mentally prepare for a couple of weeks from now doing 23, my last hard effort before I go to St. Jude. So be sure to give this video a like, leave me a comment. If you were at Wine and Dine, what was your favorite part? Did you go to the after party? Did you make it to the end? I know that we did not get to do Ratatouille and we did not get to do Frozen. Ratatouille because the line was like an hour and a half, and Frozen because it broke down. So what was your favorite ride that you got to ride during the after party? And be sure to subscribe. Like I said, we've got recovery week, and I'm hoping that I will get a call and we'll be starting physical therapy for my knee. So if you're a praying person, and I hope you are, pray that they call me because I haven't heard anything yet. But that'll be good. I'm hoping that they can do some special modalities that'll help keep the pain at bay. So always remember that you are God's masterpiece, and I will see you next week for recovery week. Yes! Bye.